Hey there, it's Boots Owen. I'm working on this Bosch WFK2801. This is the front fascia here. And I noticed that there was this kind of blacking in behind it. Kind of dirty, dusty looking kind of feature. And thought, right, that's carbon dust or something else, and I'll open it up, and I've taken this off to have a look at it. And there's nothing bad, there's a bit of like dirt in there, but it could be anything. But then I thought, well, I'd better have a look at this circuit board here. So this is the main power control circuit board. And around this coil here and all in this area there's a lot of black dust, which I'm not comfortable with at all, because that could lead to a complete failure where you have arcing across the circuit board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the boards here, clean them, just give them a wash in water, let them dry out so that they don't get any corrosion, put them back together again. And what I'll do as well is, really all I want to do is get this piece of Perspex out and give this a proper clean, but I'll take the boards in the back out as well, give them a wash while I'm at it, and give the whole thing a wash. And that should give me a few years out of this machine rather than potentially very little time at all, because if that got wet, you have the potential, or even just damp, you have the potential for a board and a circuit to short circuit there, or something like that happen on the board. Yeah, not great at all, really. That's not meant to break. Off to a great start. Yikes. It's quite an old machine, so it's quite brittle. There you go, that's how it goes. Okay. These typically only go back in one way, so I'm not too worried about taking them out and just leaving them dangling. On more modern machines, this board has been put down on the bottom near the back, or bottom on one of the sides, and that's an absolute pain to get to because it is on this one. You just open the top and it's right here, so that's pretty good from my point of view. So I'm just opening the little catches and then levering them out, as you can see. I'll try and leave them just in the order that they came out there. How's this one secured? It's held in place with clips. And that's the board out, and you can see there's an equal amount of carbon dust there on the back, and that's no good. So yeah, a good wash is all this will take, I'd say. Well, it's all I'm going to give it. You could put it in an ultrasonic cleaner, but I haven't got one big enough to take it, so that's not going to happen. one's really pretty much okay. Not too worried about it. Yeah, it's fine. It's just off for the cleaning, I guess, at this stage. I might not even clean it. It doesn't have any dirt on it that would worry me. Trying to look and see how the front's held on. Front plastic bit. You can see there's the window there for the numbered display. I will give this a wipe over, all right. The bottom bit's held on with catches. Maybe taking that off would help me see. It's really tight. Let's loosen these two here. Just this third one is a bit stuck. There it is. Just wiggles out. You can see the difference between where it's clean and where it's dirty there. Not a particularly big issue, but that lets me see this plastic. Okay, it's loose there then, so I can't see what's holding it in. Tops of those buttons, something. No. So there's a clear plastic lens on the front. See a plastic tab there. This is where a sharp knife might just be enough, or a pen knife or something like that. I'm just going to do damage now, am I? Yeah, I can see it cracking there. Maybe it would like to come out at the top first. I'm going to take off these gloves because they're not clean. Pushing it from behind doesn't seem like a great idea. You can see I fractured something there, just in there. A risk of just knackering it completely if I just keep going this way. See, I presume it's only got this tiny little slip on it. The thing can't slide out. It's eased it out on top in one place there. Okay, we're getting somewhere. There's another tab there. Another one. You could do this then just from the front of the machine probably. The last one's just along here. It's just snapping it off. I think I might be able to pull this out. Yeah. So that's just held in. I don't know if it is held in. It might be. Yeah, you can slide that out. Actually, maybe then in that case I don't need that. If that's out, then I don't need to do any more. I'm putting it back together. Yeah, there's no point in cleaning the back of that out. You can just slide it in. There's a slot there. That's interesting to know. That might have saved a lot of energy in the start of this project. So now I can give this a clean and dry it out. Give those circuit boards a little clean, so I'll get a nice clean or used toothbrush and just go over that under tap water, maybe with a bit of soap, maybe not, don't know. Okay, well that's how we do that. Far easier just to do it that way. Maybe if I'd looked at it, I might have figured that out. guess that's the bit I didn't want to go in there. Okay, well, it's all getting a wash now, hey? So what I'll do then is I'll let all this dry out. I'll try and get this plastic off, maybe off camera, but I don't know. I'll give it one more go actually on camera while I'm here. I've just gotten this all dirty again. Give it a wipe on my shirt, so that's okay. I suspect this is the same as other models, WFF models, because it looks, just looking at a few other machines I have, it looks the same. It's a woodworking chisel, and it might just spread the load out a bit better. No, not yet. Let's go from the other end again then. If it is the same, it means I may well have another one that I can just use in its place if I break it, which is a positive thing. It's almost out. That's it, I think. If I can just snap it up now. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, I managed to do it without breaking it. I'll give this bezel then a rinse as well. You don't need to see that. There's a bit of plastic on there for some reason. Oh, it looks like half of that one broke off, but not the end of the world. Some of it's still there, and it's only an intermediate one anyways. I'll give this a wipe with a cloth. I'll let everything dry out overnight, and then I'll put it back together again. This is a motor I just pulled out of the machine. It's an FHP motors. It's different to any of the Bosch ones I've seen before. I don't know what number we're looking at there in terms of the Bosch number. I think it's that one at the bottom, 304809A. No, it's not. I don't know. Don't know what the number is, but anyways, around the back, there's a lot of carbon dust. A lot. I haven't seen those brushes before. They look different to me. So let's get them off and just see if there's anything left in them. And regardless, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a blowout with an airline, but I'll just check them first. Actually, no, it makes more sense to do the other way around. I'll go bring it outside, blow it out with an airline, and then come back in. There's loads left in that. That's excellent. I'm not going to do any more with that. I presume the other side's exactly the same, and that'll do me. Not even going to check. It's pretty neat, that. Okay. So either that means that these were done before, or that it wasn't used very much at all, as machines go. There's no real way to tell, I guess. It looks like it wasn't used much and abused much, so maybe it just wasn't used much or abused much. It looks like about half, less than half of the wear that I would expect a set of brushes to have, which is pretty good. Okay, let's get that back into the machine then. Actually, I'm going to vacuum it out first. Seems to be the right time. Okay, put this motor back in and put this screw in behind it. Oh, one more thing to vacuum. I'll vacuum around that pulley because it's got carbon dust all around it. that's only got me halfway, or one side of it, but it's better than nothing. So I'll put that screw in and leave this to flop before I tighten any of them up. And then put that on there and ease it around. And it won't be tight because it's not tightened yet. So you just need something in here. I've got a soft-handled spanner there. Tighten this up. You want it to be as tight as it was when you took it off. Then this one. That's that one. Power cord hooks over those metal things and then snaps in. That goes on there. And then one of these had a cable tie on it, which is here. I'll reuse that because I can. Managed to get it off intact. Yeah, that's on. That's neat. I was going to have a look at this bottle up here. And see what I could do with it. I don't know if I can clean it really, but I might be able to. What are we stuck on? Go and back it down. One got caught again. Right. So I tried to clean it out, and you can see the top's a lot cleaner up there, but the bottom, you can't get in there really. Because of the shape of it inside. You see there's just a track on one side. You can get a bit cleaner along that track, but the rest of it, it doesn't matter. It's on the waste pipe. I'm not too fussed about it, but I was fussed enough to try. That's where it begins and ends with me here on this one. So let's put this back in. So hook that snout over, then offer this thing up to catch. Make sure the O-ring snout's gone in properly and the O-ring's in. Pull. Which one is it? Bottom down. The top up. Just get that O-ring on first. Pull it down to lock it in place, and then turn that like that, and then put this on here. It can only go one way. I need pliers on that. Tuck that in there, and then there's another little black hose up in the top that just goes onto the soap box up at the top, and that's it. I think that's me finished with the back of this machine, so I'll tidy up here. Right then, where did we begin and where do we end? Let's get this back in here. This way up. Comes in a lot easier than it went out. Okay, this bezel. I think it went this way up. Is that correct? Just touch the inside of it with nice fingerprints. So I'll give it another clean. Try not to do that again. Maybe I shouldn't have put that piece of stuff, this one in here, because now that doesn't snap in. No, okay, I've got that side in. That one. The last one, this was the most difficult last time. That's it, okay. Now let's see if I'm right. So, see if I'm right, see if this will work. It's looking good, is it? It's awfully delicate there. It's caught on something wet. Okay, that's it in, I think. Yeah, we're going good there. That's pretty neat. You'd have to kind of hook it out with a pin there, but I guess you could actually. That looks a lot better. I'm quite happy with that. Compared to before, all that dust is gone, so that's good. Now this circuitry on the back. I think this one went on first. And then this one. Too keen. So that one goes on first, hooked in at the top. Then this one. I don't know how to check those. Oh, I should have cleaned that, look. Can I get that out easily? Maybe I can. Okay, that's that. Let's give this a little clean. So it's on, oh dear, Easy Care 40 is at the top there. Okay, should all snap back together without any issues then. Let's see. Take this out again. You have to hold that plastic in tighter when I'm doing it. Let's take the board off again. That's not right, is it? No. I'm making a bit of a pig's ear of this somehow. Oh dear, I've nicked that plastic there. That's what's getting me. It's no good. No good. One thing I wanted to preserve, eh? That's no good at all. Okay, can I pull it out carefully without wrecking it now some more? Yeah, there's a bit of plastic stuck in there now. What are you gonna do, hey? After all that, it's clean, but it's got a damage to it. Oh, after all that, so there's a bit of damage there. My fault. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I think I can get this front fascia back on now. That's that in. Go. Lost a little plastic tooth there. Not the first, be the last. There, that's on. Okay. And screws. So this just snaps in, I think. that. And then the siphon goes in there. And that goes in like that. You don't even see that from up here, that's good. So the last thing is to put the circuit board in, but I'm going to give it a day or two to dry out before I do that. Then I'll test it with the top and the back off, and then I'll put the top and the back on, and that'll be that. It'll be all done, and hopefully it'll just work. Have I done that wrong now? Oh dear. Well, let's check actually. Oh no, I can't check until the brains are back in. Oh, I don't want to take that apart again. Oh dear. I've left the board to dry out overnight, and it's dry enough for me, I reckon, after washing it in soapy water. So let's try and hook it back in. Bottom first, then the top. It just snaps in. We've got to remember where all these bits go. They typically will only fit in one orientation, so you can't put them in the wrong way. Maybe that's not the right one. I'm missing one. There it is. And that one doesn't go. And then that one goes there. Is there one missing? Doesn't look like it. Okay. You sure that's right, Owen? No. Like, they will only go one way, so I can't put that one in there, so I'm pretty happy that that's correct. Okay, there's a cover for it. Not that this makes any difference at the moment. It is. Now let's plug it in. So we've got power to it. Let's get up a bit closer. So let's try turning it on. Will it blow up? No, it looks okay. It's got 0 in the right place here for the X. It's switched to off, so that's good. 90 is right. So let's give it a spin cycle just to see what it'll do. And it should all just work, I hope. making a lot of noise, but I'm guessing that's from a dry pump. And it's spinning okay. Well, it's not spinning, it's agitating or moving okay. Pump sounds very loud because I drained it out. Seven minutes, it looks fine. Okay, so that was the spin, or drain and spin. No, it was a spin cycle. It happened quite quickly because there was nothing in it, so the machine knew that and then just went straight to the end because there was no moisture in the machine. That's a big success, really. The machine's a lot cleaner than it was. I've cleaned up the front here, I've cleaned the circuit board out inside, drained the pump out and cleaned out, vacuumed out the bottom, changed the motor, or checked the motor brushes, haven't changed them, and put it all back together and it still worked. So that's it's a big success. there we go. Thanks for watching. See you later.